Guys, so I just got back from CombatCon and I wanted to give you a quick sneak peek at the different swords I picked up while there. Just so you know, I would normally have a review coming out this coming Friday, but with me spending about a week in Vegas for CombatCon, I just haven't had the time to get a review ready for you. In addition, I have been rehabbing my elbow injury and I'm pretty much out of cutting footage. So until I get new cutting footage when I'm able to start using my elbow and cut with my swords again, reviews might be a little bit different around here. I hope that will be pretty soon. My physical therapist seemed to think it wouldn't take very long for my elbow to get better, but we'll see how it goes. So first up, this first sword I picked up is the Cold Steel Polish Saber. Now, I picked this one up secondhand from a member from the SBG forums. I'm not much of a Saber person personally, but I've read a lot of really good reviews of this sword, so I wanted to give it a chance, see what it was like. I haven't owned a Cold Steel before. Most of their swords don't really have the best reputation. They usually are said to be overly thick and heavy and overbuilt, and then also, aside from being overbuilt, oftentimes just really shoddy construction. But this one has a lot of good reviews, like I said, so I wanted to give it a shot and see what I thought of it. I can tell you right away, you can tell that this is made by Windlass. If you look in there, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's got the trademark Windlass plastic bits in this leather sheath. It's not a scabbard, it is a sheath. But the sword generally feels pretty good in the hand. Like I said, I'm not a Saber guy, so I don't really know if it feels the way a Saber should feel. It's got this little thumb ring here. That's something new for me. I've never used one of them before. But we'll see. It's a beautiful sword. I love the sheath. I love the look of the sheath. The vibrant red of the grip. The wire wrap is incredibly tight and feels really good. So I'm curious to see what I'll think of this sword. And next up is the Albion Steward. Let's see if I can get that in the shot. I don't have a ton of room here. So this is a Type 13A sword. When I was at Albion's booth over at CombatCon, man, that was an epic booth. They had so many amazing swords. It was so hard to choose what to buy. I was debating mostly between a Landgraf and this Steward. I would like to get a Type 17 sometime, but something Mike from Albion said pretty much cemented me getting this instead. I know Type 17s are much more focused on thrusting than they are on cutting. And like he said, a Type 17 like the Landgraf will cut if your edge alignment is good and you know what you're doing. Well, if you watch my reviews, you know that's not me. I'm still very much a novice at it. So I figured, let's get one that is much more cutting focused. I gotta say, this sword feels great. I absolutely cannot wait to give it a try. The trademark Albion, super nice fit and finish. Trying not to hit my ceiling fan with the sword. That's the last thing I need to do. But yeah, this sword feels great. I'm really looking forward to giving it a try. And now for the last one I picked up, actually the first one I picked up. This is a Sterling Armory hand and a half. Now I've seen Chris Fields, the owner of Sterling Armory, he's been posting quite a bit about blades that he was getting ready for CombatCon. But there's not a lot out there about Sterling Armory. I had asked on the SBG forums, and a few people had heard of them before. And apparently Chris has been in the business for a good number of years now. He's apparently friends with a lot of the guys from Arms and Armor and has learned quite a bit about them. But pretty much everything he was posting online just looked amazing. I just didn't know if they were going to be worth it or not. I know a lot of people over at the SVG forums were curious about my report from them, about them, to see if they were going to be interested. I have to say, every single sword I held and used, or not used, but got to try out a little bit at CombatCon from Sterling Armory was just phenomenal. They all felt amazing in the hand. I loved the feel of all of them. This one in particular really caught my eye. It's what I'm calling a Type 18A, because it is a hand and a half. It's got a narrow profile, diamond cross section. It's a very short blade for a hand and a half at only about 32 inches. But let me tell you, it handles amazingly well. It feels so good both one and two-handed. It's got a nicely reinforced tip. I doubt my camera's going to pick that up very well. But it is superb, and I think you probably saw this already, but check out the fit here on the crossguard to the blade. That's better than Albion, frankly. That is the best fit I have ever seen, and every single one of the swords by Chris had that level of fit and finish. It was truly outstanding. So this one I'm really looking forward to doing a review on. I know a good number of people are waiting for me to do a review of it. It's going to have to wait until my elbow heals, and I don't know if I've said this on my channel before, but to me, no sword is complete until it has a scabbard. This did not come with a scabbard, so I'm going to have to commission one. Depending on who I go with, how busy they are, how much money I have available for it, it could be several months before I get a scabbard for it, in which case it'll be several months until I get a review of it done. So that's all the swords I picked up. Just so you know, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm not going to be doing a review this week, but I will try to get a video about CombatCon up, hopefully on Friday. I want to try to maintain the every other Friday video schedule I have. I will try to get a review of it up. Not a review, but an overview of what happened at CombatCon, what I saw, a good amount of footage of the different tournaments, which were amazing. That was great to watch. And just my thoughts about the CombatCon experience as a whole. Spoiler alert, it was a lot of fun. So that's pretty much all I have for this video. I hope I've piqued your interest in these swords. I will be doing reviews of all three of them at some point. And I guess that's it. Until next time, Alien Toot out.